Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into Natas, a war game from OverTheWire, which is designed to sharpen your web security skills. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Now, let's jump in and start hacking our way through Natas. The level I'm going to do will be level 28. So now, of course, Natas is getting more and more interesting and harder, a bit harder and harder. So now we can copy this address as starting point. We can head over to Linux. We can press enter. We need to require to provide the username Natas28 and also the password. I'd like to open my notebook to get its password. And open notes. So now we can copy password and paste into password field. Sign in. So now here, I think this application is providing us some sort of searching function. For example, like a search, like hello search. But nothing come back. So how about the A search? And we're given maybe some jokes, right? So, and not like the other levels in this series. This level doesn't provide us its source code. So it increases its difficulty, okay? So now how to do, we need to, for example, we can check whether we can do some kinds of SQL injection or search, but nothing returned. Maybe, special character like a single quotes or double quotes are escaped by the web application. So now I'd like to open the developer tool, go to inspect and go to network because I want to understand the request and the response in more detail. For example, like A search. And so the first, of course, this is the post request. And so the body or payload is a query, and A is the string or word what I am submitting to the application. However, the status code for this response is 302. This means the browser would be redirected to another site or another page. Yes, indeed. As you can hear, you can click, will be redirected to the search.php. And even maybe now we can go to headers. The string, query string has been, some sort of encoding or encrypted, right? So now we can copy. Maybe now let's go back. For example, we can check the B search. So similarly, so I think what we need to do next, we need to do some kinds of analysis to find out how the string, I mean the query string or search string has been encoded or encrypted. Okay, if you, for example, search, and if you change or modify remove all of garbage and put the A and hit enter, you will get error 0 pending found instead of PKCS. You can copy and go to Google to make some research. You know that maybe this error has something to do with AES. Okay, and now let's go back. So I think next I'd like to use Python to, to uh, send a lot of requests, and then by response we can get its pattern. Okay, at least I think. Okay, so now how to do, and we can copy this value as Q and go to this website to convert, and we can copy to clipboard, and we can right click on the folder what we are working with, so we can name it to like Natas 28, and we can paste in here, and we need to do some modifications as the levels in this series. I'd like to import the authentication module HTTP basic authentication class. So, and first of all, I'd like to initialize the instance for this class. We need to give two arguments. The first one is username followed by its password. We can copy from notebook and paste in here. And also, I'd like to come out this line because it's not necessary. I will specify the authentication arguments in this method post. Okay, so now we can, of course, to understand or to get the pattern, I'd like to send, a series of different payloads. For example, I like to import string, and we can set up the char set. I'd like to, assign a lowercase. So next, I'd like to have a for loop for char in char set. Okay, and we can indent this a few lines, and of course we need to give the authentication argument, so the basic, and also because, as you know, this string is encoded, URL encoded, so I'd like to import another function from the URL lib, pass unquote. Okay, so now because this one will because this request, when we send a request to the application, the browser or our code will be redirected to the second page. Okay, so I do not want, I just want to get its this location, and this information is located in the header. Okay, so now we can, of course, here should be char. Okay, now so we can get the query string and response headers, and in this header, its type is dictionary. I want to get location, and this is encoded by URL encode, so we can call the function unquote. Okay, of course, even we can, for example, we decode this string. This would be some kinds of base. Let me print out. You can see what I mean. We can print query string, and so by running this program, we can find out what the pattern lies in this application. We can Python 3 Natas, press enter, So we got error, no problem. So this is the location get, the location. So it's not iterable. Interesting. Why? So the response headers, location. I think we can print out the response headers. Now we can run it again. So the location, we should get location, but if y, oh, sorry, I forgot to use another argument. So allow redirect, set this to false. Now we can run this program again. As you can see, now we can get, I think we can get the location. So I'd like to come out of this line and press enter. Okay, so now I just want to extract this part, and this is the encoded by base 64. So now I'd like to remove the static or fixed part of this string. This is very easy. We just you know, so code, we can split by what? By this one. Query, we can copy, and so the second, split, a method will return a list, and the second item in this list would be what we want. We can save. Now also we can print out the the payload itself. So how to do? We can use a format string, and so the char column, another curly braces. We can move this variable in between second curly brace. So now we can run our program. So we'll iterate from A all the way to Z. And you can see, so the first section stays the same, right? And also the end section are the same. Only the middle is different in each query string. So this is the first important point what we have already discovered. Next, just now we have to know that this string has been encrypted by AES. This is some kind of ECB. ECB. Encryption. This is the simplest AES block cipher mode. So each block will be encrypted separately. So this is the reason why, the first part and the end part are the same. Only the middle are different. So next we need to know the size of such a block. And so I think how to do, we can copy, and I'd like to come out these few lines, and we can make another for loop I in range from, for example, like from 0 to 100. And so we can use, for example, like A So multiply A, this will generate a different string with different number of A character. And here I want to print out the length of the payload. So now we can run our program. Yes, I have to admit this level is a bit hard. We need to find out the difference between, between each payload. As you can see, from 0 to 20, the size are the same, right? And from the 13 to 28 are the same. So I think the reason is, maybe, oh, sorry, should be here. These are same from 0 to 9. And so I think maybe application put some string at its beginning initially, and then our user inputted string would be put behind it. Okay, so now, so I think all the way to here, they have same length, but starting from 13 to 28, 16 lines have the same length, and also from the 29 plus 16, maybe 16, not 16, or 15, 44. Yes, I think you have really got my point. So also so from this point, we can get the second important discovery. The block size would be 16, okay? Would be 16. And another important is, from here, from 10, all this part until this one stay same. As you can see, yes, stay same. Yeah, here. So this we can change. We can calculate its length. We can launch Python interactive Python len. Paste in here. So 48. This means 3 blocks. So 3 blocks same. So now what are we going to do next? We need to, maybe we can guess, the application is running this kind of SQL query. Select column, specific column, and from specific table, and where like, right? Where like, and percent input, user inputted string. This is doing some kind of fuzzy search. Okay, so what are we going to do next? We need to construct the payload or exploitation payload, exploited payload. For example, if we can copy, and we can, for example, here we can use single quote to, to be the, so this would be a pair of single quotes. Next, we can union or select password column from users table, and then we can use hashtag to come out anything after that. So this is what we are going to do. Next, I'd like to implement it with Python. We can limit it to like exploit. Okay, and how to do next? First of all, as you know, from the analysis, we can we can get the baseline. What? Here we can get the baseline of the, if we construct the payload of 10 spaces. It means that from the 10, and then the pattern would be different, right? So we can concatenate the the SQL injection statement. Okay, so let me do it now. We can import requests module and import from URL lib pass and unquote from requests authentication, import the HTTP basic authentication, and also I think we do not need to import string module anymore, but we need to import base64 because as we know this string is encrypted or not encrypted, is encoded with base64. Okay, so now, so how to do next? So we can, of course, we can set up the URL. We can get it from browser, paste over here. Next, we can send requests to, this should be post, right? And URL and the data should be query and space multiply 10. This will generate 10 spaces. Okay, let me confirm. Yes. So now we can pass data and authentication. Sorry, we need to initialize the instance of the class HTTP basic authentication. So basic HTTP basic authentication, we need to pass two arguments. The use password we can get it from notebook, paste over here. So the basic okay, so now we can, let me check, I think it's correct. So now we can maybe we can copy from here, we can copy so the query string. Of course, this time the query string should be encoded with base64. So we need to decode it, right? So how to decode? So we can limit to like the base base payload, maybe base payload. So this should be, you know, base 64 module decode, and then we can query string encode. Okay. So now we can get the, you know, the header of this part. So how to do? We can get the header. So base from starting to all the way to 47. Okay, 48 is excluded, and then footer base. Okay, so now here just get the header and footer. So next we need to construct or generate the encrypted query, right? So how to do? So the injection would be, of course, we need to, you know, first we can use the line spaces, because from the tens, so this can ensure our injection payload, I mean the actual injection payload would be starting from the tens position. Okay, so again the encrypted string would be the same as this one, so we can use the header and also its footer. Okay, so now we need to plus what, so single quote and union select union or select. Okay, and a password from users, right? From users table, and then we can use the hashtag to come out anything after it. Okay, and then we can, you know, so the data we can copy from here, and so injection, now we can get, we just I think we can copy from here, right? We can copy, so response. Okay, so how to do? So response, this one we do not need. So query string, and this should be, of course, this should be exploit payload. Okay, so next I think this part is get or generate exploit encrypted query. So next we need to compute the size of payload. So size length injection minus 10, and then while size, and the block size is 16, right? If it doesn't equal 0, we can size, and finally we can get block as size. Okay, now we can forge the query, and this this would be submitted to the search.php file. Okay, forge the query. So the all payload would be header and plus exploit payload from 648 all the way to 48 to 16 blocks. Okay, and plus footer. So next we need to encode this encrypted text. So encoded payload. This should be we need to call basically for basic encode, and then this should be the all payload. Okay, so next we can response. So requests get URL should be search. We can copy. Yeah, maybe we can copy. So URL plus search PHP authentication basic and data, not data, this should be parameter because this will be submitted through get. So parameters query encoded payload. Okay, so I think that's it. Now we can print out response. Let me bring up the terminal to run our program. Python exploit. We got error, so not in string. So there is some error. This doesn't matter. So the get split. So the authentication. So the post. What's wrong? The headers. Let me fix the problem and then I'll come back. I'm back. The problem or the error is caused by this issue. I forgot to give or set this argument to false. This is the same mistake I made before. Okay, and similarly also we need to we need to put these arguments here. So now if we run our program, you can see we can successfully retrieve the password for the next level. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.